Hello, everyone. Dust in the Wind here, and this is my beautiful wife, Ashley the Wind. And we want to recommend a great musical that we saw to everybody. I want to recommend this because I feel like a lot of the people that I'm into on YouTube are kind of feeling the same vibe lately. Everybody's upset about like the occult type controllers of our society. And this movie, Interstella 5555, is a great like kind of metaphor of what's going on, I think. It's kind of the story of, in my opinion, star seeds and how occult people for a long time have been kind of using them and perhaps siphoning off their power. So I wanted to recommend it to everybody because I think it's just great. It's just every time we watch it, we feel better. And
How did you find out about this?
I found out about it, like, this is really weird. I found out about it because of a channeling video that Amanda Schertzer did. And she was talking about star seeds and how with each reincarnation we're getting better and smarter. And it made me think of the Daft Punk song, Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. And I had it stuck in my head all day, so I typed it into YouTube because I was like, oh, I gotta listen to that. And I found out there was this really cool animated movie that went along with it. And the imagery of the movie and the song just perfectly went along with her channeling, and it reminded me of like Dolores Cannon's ideas of like overlays, and it was just really cool. So yeah, basically I just want to recommend this movie to everybody because everybody is kind of ticked right now, right? And it's not very New Earth for us to be like, you know, these guys like Epstein and all these shadowy occult people, you know, we need to hang them from a tree. And I don't think that's good. And at the same time, I feel like fearful denial of just like, no, that's not going on. That's not good either. You know, somehow this is going to have to get confronted. And I just wanted to recommend this because I feel like it makes me feel better every time that I watch it. And we always joke that, you know, I don't know how the Ascension thing is going to go down. And it's not going to be anything like this, but it's basically going to be exactly like this.
I like this because I think it has so much imagery. There's no talking. It's just put to music. And so the messages are really interesting in it. And you said you had looked up other people's interpretation of the movie.
Yeah, nobody. A lot of people have done stuff on this, and that's why I want to do this video because nobody has really talked about the starseed type of thing.
Whereas to us, that was very obvious. Like,
yeah, and the occult implications
Yeah.
of like people in Hollywood are kind of like taking advantage of artists who are coming here to like raise the Earth's vibration, and they're kind of parasitizing that and using it to gain their own power.
Right.
Which, you know, it was your idea. Like, you've noticed for a while, like the big music festivals, the
iHeartRadio. I always hear advertisements on the radio about it, and every single time I notice they're always around the equinox or the solstice. Every time. Even if it's in the middle of the week, they'll have one on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm the only one who's noticing that they're getting big groups of people together to give away their power in mass to these idols. And that is a lot of spiritual energy that they are then channeling into whatever they're channeling. And in this movie, they kind of reference that. And so to me, I was like, oh, why am I the only one who notices like clockwork? Oh, are they having a festival? Oh, it must be on the equinox. So to me, it's not about being scared of these things. It's about bringing awareness to them and saying, no thanks. I see it, but I say no thank you.
Yeah, so to anybody out there that's noticed this sort of thing or that identifies as a starseed, we want to recommend this movie because it's just fantastic. It's just great. It's going to make you feel good. The ending is fantastic.
Yeah, ultimately it talks about how they're taking these people and they're using their spiritual energy for their own gain, and how they're literally playing off of people's ignorance. So whether you get mad and aware or whether you get sad and aware, the point is you need to gain some form of awareness towards it and say, I don't accept this. And in the movie, they go along with that. People finally learn the truth. And it's this beautiful ending of how people love them anyway and they support them. And when they can no longer siphon off of that ignorance, they lose their power.
Yeah, and I think, a lot of us in this community that's awakening, we want justice, we want disclosure, and we don't want more violence. We don't want rioting in the streets. And I think that this movie is just a great example for how that might potentially happen. At least, kind of a rough outline.
And we talk about there's many forms of disclosure, and probably depending on what you're ready to accept, you will see.
Yeah.
If you are completely in balance and completely okay with the idea of life outside of this realm of awareness, then that's probably going to be your form of disclosure. If on some level you know that children are being harmed, that's going to be the disclosure you see. So everyone's going to experience their disclosure differently. But the main thing is that we honor each other's journey and we bring awareness to our life.
Yeah, I guess the last thing I want to say about it is I think that this whole movie was like so resonant with me and like so deeply impactful. I think it was channeled. I don't think that Leiji Matsumoto, the animator, was aware of that. I don't think that the musical artist Daft Punk, I don't think they were aware of it. But it was absolutely channeled, and just the way that it came to me, like I would have never found out about this movie if it hadn't been for watching Amanda's channeling video. And what are the
For
chances
me,
that would just be coincidence?
Dolores Cannon affected my life greatly, and what she was able to bring through her clients. And when I watched what I thought was a music video, but it was part of the movie. And it completely like hit me with like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
they're giving them overlays to like assimilate them more easily into society. It's like all these things that like they couldn't have. I don't think they knew when they were making the video. Like, okay, we're gonna have this. Like, it was so amazing to me, like all of these different aspects of it. And in the end, you get disclosure and you get people awakening, and it's beautiful. And it doesn't mean that like you hold hands and the bad guys go away, but it means that there is hope for things to shift, even if right now it feels like we're in another holding pattern.
Yeah. Although they are basically all holding hands and bad guys go away, and it's awesome. Also, all the S's in the title of the movie are 5s because all the really cool people change the S's to 5s. I'm just saying.
Anyway, so if you get a chance to watch this, we recommend it. It's really great. We even bought the CD that goes with it so we can listen to it.
Yeah, we listened to it in the car. How many times do you think we watched this? At least a dozen? I bet at least a dozen. We've had it for about a month.
We've had dance parties to it, too.
Yeah, so great movie. Check it out. And I think it's a good model for like how disclosure could happen.
Yeah, so thanks for watching.